Howdy folks, Nathan Adler here at the Fast Lane Car, and I have a very special guest today. May I present Audi S4 2014, and for an as-tested price of $56,045, it is a very expensive vehicle, but from what I've been told, it's worth every penny. And what do I see here? We are on a track? Well, coming up next, we're going to take it on the track and do a full test. A few years ago, there were big changes for the S4. It used to have a pretty heavy V8, and that was a very different vehicle. This is a much lighter, happier vehicle with a 3-liter V6 that puts out 333 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque. Now, here's the important part. It's supercharged. Not only is it supercharged, but it's a chain-driven supercharger. It's hooked up to a 6-speed manual gearbox, baby, and of course, Quattro all-wheel drive. It is a fun car to drive. Here we go. Now back gear change. Holy cow, but it worked out. 5.53. So 5.5 seconds. That's about right. At sea level, just under 5 seconds. Up here, 5.5 seconds. I'll take it. Look, the point is it's a fast car. And at well over a mile above sea level, it did very well. And I'm gonna turn the air conditioner back on because I'm frying. Oh, it deserves it. It's such a pretty little tush. It's not exactly gorgeous though. It doesn't stand out as anything different with the regular A4, and that's one of the things about the styling on the S4. It's not that much different than the regular A4. Now, there are a few things. First of all, it comes standard with 18-inch wheels. These are the optional, beautiful 19-inch ones. And this color, Arrest Me Red, looks fantastic, but it is a color that, frankly, is the only one that really stands out amongst all the colors that they have in their palette. They used to be brighter colors available way back in the past. So from a distance, when you're looking at the car, unless you're a connoisseur, you're really not going to know that this is much different than a regular A4. It is an inch lower. So if you know Audis, you know, hey, this is a little bit lower. Audi's always been amazing about interiors. They really are some of the best in the business, even with their cheaper cars. Now, I'm not going to call a car that costs this much money cheap. I mean, come on. But it is lower than, you know, let's say an A6. With that being said, the materials they're using here, and especially with this piano black lined, I don't know if that's wood or plastic, what it is, but it looks great. Thank you, Audi, for not using fake or even real carbon fiber, because carbon fiber trim on vehicles is really beginning to look a little ridiculous, especially because we're starting to see it on crossovers now. So this is classy and it's simple. The seats are the best. Oh my God, not a whole lot of adjustments and you don't need them. Great bolstering, even for a big guy, yet the actual rake and places you can put the seat are just right. Everything feels right, not just for racing, but also for commuting daily. Very, very, very comfortable. I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you about the back seat. Andre was sitting up here, and Andre is a lot taller than I am, but still, you know, maybe an inch further back on the seat. And with it back, I'm over 6'1"-ish. and my knees do clear it, but it's not easy to get in and out of. Fortunately, there are just enough places around here to where I can move my body around in order to kind of get in and get out. So if you have a family of tall people, I don't recommend this vehicle, but otherwise make do with it because it drives so damn good.
Хорошо, хороший звук.
Good brakes, wow, really good brakes. So the front end does push, but right when it does, especially in a corner, you feel the rear end kick in. You can't be too savage with the gear lever, or else you'll miss the shift. That I've noticed. I think that I could leave this thing in second gear, and it pretty much could do almost the entire track. It's a very tight track. This thing has so much grip, it's crazy! I love it! Brakes are, I love it! Love the brakes! Oh! This is a fun car. I don't care if it was slow, it felt fast. How was that? A minute 10? I think that's better than...
It's the record. It's the lap record.
What an awesome car! And I actually left the radio on by accident, and wow, that's awesome. I was gonna say I want to take it around again without traction control, but maybe not. Should I try it?
Try it.
I'm gonna try it. I don't think I can do better than that. Wow, what a good car. This is not a power track. This is a handling track. So I think a lot of the other vehicles that have been here have been really good on long straights and really fast. But around corners, this thing forgives even an idiot like me. A minute 10. That's pretty good. There are a couple of things from the back that you actually have that I forgot to mention, one of which is the fact that the trunk has 12.4 cubic feet of space, which isn't too bad. It's kind of shallow and it's not as deep as it should be, but still, it's usable. And one more thing, when I was talking about how recognizable the S4 is, these quad exhausts are another telltale sign that there's something special going on. That was awesome. That was cool. This is a great car, not just on the track. We've driven these before, and Audi's done such an amazing job. They really have. Now look, there are other vehicles out there that compete with this one, and I can tell you with absolute certainty that this one is one of the best in class. Oh, that deserves it right there. Special thanks to IMI Motorsports in Decano, Colorado, just a little bit north of Denver. You can come up here if you want and test your own vehicle for a small fee. In terms of the old system of buy it, lease it, rent it, forget it, whatever, buy it, please. I know $56,000 is a lot of money, but it's worth it. Sell your children some organs, get the car. I only wish it had a little bit more pizzazz on the outside, but otherwise, what a fantastic machine. For the Fast Lane Car, this is Nathan Adlin. Don't forget to go to tflcar.com for news, views, and real-world reviews. Mwah! Oh, I'm gonna drive this thing again later. Up and over the hills, there's like this transition where you go up and down about 10 feet, elevation-wise, right? And I sometimes have a problem with that, especially with front-wheel drive cars, with adhesion. No problem here.
And by the way, if you like this kind of review, please click on the link below and become a supporter of TFL Car. We don't want to beg, but we're going to beg.
Please help us.
No, we love what we do and we're grateful for all your support. So thank you if you've pledged. If you haven't, throw some money our way. Thanks.